Your scanning software may give you the ability to restore your pictures as you scan, including color correction, lightening, and darkening. When I restore old photographs, I like to use my Epson scanner's home mode. This gives me several tools in which to color correct, lighten, and darken the picture. I'm working on a photograph of my great-grandfather and two of his sons that was taken back in 1954, which was pretty early for color photography. Since that time, the colors have faded and the overall picture has taken on a yellow cast. The first thing that I am going to do, though, is I'm going to select the area that I am going to scan. I'm going to target size, and I'm selecting 6x4, and you can see that the scanner has selected an area that I'm going to adjust and then position in the frame. This is a square picture, and I know it's not going to print correctly in today's standard prints. So I've selected the area. I'm pretty satisfied with what I have, and now I'm going to go over here to where I have a tool called Color Restoration, and by simply clicking that, it does a pretty good job of removing that yellow cast and restoring some of the colors. If I care to enhance that some more, there's a tab called Brightness, in which I can adjust the contrast, and I can also adjust the brightness of the picture. So I'm going to increase contrast a little bit. I'm going to decrease the brightness a little bit because I want to get some detail in that white area on the table. That looks pretty good. I'm all set to scan. Here's a photograph that begs the question of, do you restore it or don't you restore it? This is a 1900 5x7 photograph of my great-grandmother and great-great-grandmother that has shifted to sepia, that old-timey brownish yellowish look. So to start this out, I'm going to first of all select 5x7 for my target size. It has borders. I don't want them, so I'm going to reduce the selection area of the photograph and then move the selection area around until I'm satisfied. And as it crops, I keep looking at the detail in the picture. What do I want to keep and what don't I want to keep? I'm satisfied with that. I want to scan big. Since this is a 5x7, I want to double its size, so I'm going to scan it at 600 dpi. So now I'm going to use the scanner's correction tools. I'm noticing that in the shadow area here there is some detail that I'd like to try to capture, and I can use a correction tool called backlight correction. And I now get more detail in the shadow area. However, all of the area in the highlights has been washed out, so I'm not going to use that. Color restoration. Now remember, this is a sepia picture. If I hit color restoration, it converts it to black and white. So it's your decision. Do you want to get rid of the sepia and take it back to its original form? I'm going to leave it as sepia, but I am going to go to brightness. I'm going to take the brightness down just a bit because I want to see more of the detail in the highlight areas. I know I'm going to lose the shadows. And now I'm all set to scan.